Down here on the farm. It's not my farm, but I'm being able to use it out of the kindness of Farmer Hugh's heart. And I get ghost milk from him too. Alright, so I'm inspecting these barrel hives down at the Farmer Friends place I have down in Polk City, Florida. I've already pulled a few frames out. They're hanging in there and doing fine. And I had to kill an ant colony that moved in on their roof. So it's good to come down here every once in a while just to shake things up. Very healthy, very stable. They don't have as much honey stores as my hives at home. And I guess I've got a lot of access to Brazilian pepper and whatnot at my place over where I live in Lakeland. I just don't think the vegetation out here in the country is as diverse. But they have plenty for themselves, just not really any excess. I thought there would be a lot of excess honey in these hives, and I thought I'd have to clean up a lot of stuff. I already saw the queen in here. Honey at the top, brood at the bottom. Such is life with top bar hives a lot of times, you know. I'm not in it to raise bees for a crap load of honey, or I'm not in the industry, so it's not any big deal to me. Oop. Clean up that burr comb. Tell you what, I've got that big barrel hive at my house that's full of mean bees, and it is no fun inspecting that hive. In fact, I tried to find the queen the other day inside of it and pinch her and give them a new queen, and I couldn't find her. So I'm thinking about just moving that hive down here out of the way, so I won't have to worry about neighbors and whatnot. They haven't complained yet, but that's all honey mostly right there, and pollen. They like to store that honey in the drone section because they're not raising drones right now. Look at all that drone comb. Isn't that beautiful? These bees are pretty well behaved, I must say. A lot of brood right there. A lot of pollen, nectar, honey, all kinds of stuff going on the same combs. Look at the yellow pollen. Orange pollen. There's some bees coming out, being born. See their little heads popping out? They're being born slowly but surely. And here's the toward the front end of the hive where they don't have as much built out. They're just storing a little bit of nectar there and whatnot. This hive's not doing nearly as well. Although this hive I can't complain because they raised a queen from the supplies I gave them. They were queenless and I stole some supplies from that one. And they built one and I just saw her in here today. They're doing fine. Not booming, but hanging in there. Look, this is how big the honey separators are I have in these barrel hives. Otherwise you're going to have honey collapse. So I'm going to take this comb right here and give them some extra comb over here. So yeah, I placed this comb over here from the other hive into here. Just slipping it in, and I think this hive can make better use of it because the other hive's going to have trouble protecting this comb, and small hive beetles and whatnot can start hanging out in it. So just a word of warning to anyone who is thinking about buying or building a barrel hive. These hives are a lot harder to close up when you're done. You know, you've got to move a lot of bars at one time, and then you got to sometimes be smoking them to get them back in that last slot, so you won't smash any. And it's just a lot harder to deal with, especially when you have a lot of heavy honey inside. There. Close up this last bit.